Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present my presentation on the belt of Eurasia, Geo-economic recalibration. Next slide, please. This is the content of my presentation, from role of South Caucasus and Central Asia in the world to the scenarios for the South Caucasus and Central Asia. Next slide, please. First of all, what South Caucasus and Central Asia means world. Also, this region covers about 3% of world area, more than 1% of world population, more than 2% of proved reserves of oil, and more than 11% of proved reserves of gas. The gross domestic product of this region is less than 1%. It means that there is untapped potential to develop economy in this very region. Kazakhstan has the largest proved reserves, while Turkmenistan has the largest proved reserves of gas, and Azerbaijan combines two reserves, oil and gas. Trade between the two regions, I mean Central Asia and South Caucasus, is dominated by energy and its transition to Western and Eastern markets. The countries of two regions are not among others, each other's top trade partners, but the Great Silk Road somehow combines, somehow brings close two regions on the eastern and western part of the Caspian Sea. There are three options for the development of Great Silk Road. European option clearly connects Central Asia to Europe with the Caucasus in the center. By the way, the first European initiative on the Great Silk Road Traseka project meeting was held in Baku in 1998 under the auspices of Heydar Aliyev, the former Azerbaijani president and nationwide leader. And on the other hand, the first practical projects like Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan, Baku-Tbilisi-Erzurum, and other oil gas transportation projects and logistics projects came from Azerbaijan. The US has proposed its own new Silk Road to connect Central Asia with South Asia in order to support Afghanistan's development via development of trading. And China has new Silk Road economic belt idea. This idea is establishing economic integration zone around China. Azerbaijan has invested a lot to develop the Great Silk Road. As you know, recently Azerbaijan launched Alat International Seaport on the coast of Caspian Sea, and it will give additional stimulus to develop shipping in the Caspian Sea, and might be construction new seaports on the Caspian Sea or other infrastructures, upgrading other infrastructures on the Caspian Sea. And on the other hand, Azerbaijan is the initiator of geo-economical revolution in this region, Baku-Tbilisi-Gars Railroad, which is very important and will be linked up to a Marmara project on the Bosphorus Strait, which interacts pan-European and Turkish railroad network. Even Azerbaijan has invested in Europe to develop infrastructure as a continuation of the Great Silk Road. For example, Azerbaijan has recently finalizing the process of new highway along Serbia as a continuation of the Great Silk Road. So, it is my scientific findings from my new book on which I am continuing my work entitled Geo-economics. This new paradigm I called NIPAS effect. Why? South Caucasus, Central Asia, and Mongolia are country chain along the central part of Eurasia. This belt extends from Georgia to Mongolia more than 5,000 kilometers. Since these countries belt historically bordered and pressed from the north and from the south, the territories of these countries has become flattened. And thus all mentioned countries have elongated territories from the west to the east. And that's why I called this paradigm NIPES effect, because all these countries are between NIPES. And that's why I have elongated territories. On the other hand, next slide, please. This is from my new book, Geo-economics, New Paradigm, Geo-economic Heredity. If you see, for example, Eurasian continent or Africa or South America, each continent gives birth to countries almost the same shape with them. For example, the ratio of length to width in Eurasia, 0.733, while that of 10 largest countries, 0.779. In other words, very close. The same, paradigm is common for Africa and common for South America as well. I call this one geo-economic heredity. Of course, there is climate zone, impact on the location of states, because as climate zones belt-shaped, the replacement of one nation has drawn out to greater lengths from the west to the east. This is new paradigm. The first paradigm, please, previous. This is new paradigm. First of all, NIPES effect. The second one, geopolitical heredity. Only one country here, Armenia, is nail-shaped. Why? Because it, proves the superficial nature of Armenian statehood. Because there wasn't any Armenian state in South Caucasus or Caucasus. Armenian state was created in historical territory of Azerbaijan, and now they try to extend their territories towards inland Azerbaijan, and this is the main problem for whole region: security problem, geo-economical problem, etc. So let me shift to other projects of this region. First of all, I would like to introduce the space power of Azerbaijan. As you know, Azerbaijan initiated transfiber optic information superhighway from one of the most important internet centers in the world, Hong Kong, to the Frankfurt in Europe. And this TASIM project, along this project, we launched other space satellite in 2013, and we have planned to launch 2 more satellites in 2015 and 2016. All these projects show the importance of Azerbaijani ICT projects. TASIM was officially proposed by Azerbaijan, and this project will be implemented in 2 stages. In first stage, key operators are expected to invest in their national territories. In the second stage, TASIM will provide broadband internet connectivity to all countries. And by the way, a first of group countries will be made up by Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, and Kyrgyzstan. And TASIM project in this case fulfills the mandate of UN to boost information society, to reduce the current digital divide, and to enforce ICT industry. The second group of countries will be made up by Azerbaijan and Kazakhstan, and these 2 countries will use TASIM project to enforce terrestrial pan-regional broadband internet connectivity. And this is very important for Central Asian countries, because these landlocked countries, through TASIM project, might break free from its landlocked status. And from this slide, you see that underwater and terrestrial volume in terms of Asia-Europe transit will increase by 2019. And this means that TASIM project has potential to develop in the future. And this is new project which shifts from, energy cooperation to high technology cooperation as well. Next slide, please. And this is competitors of TASIM project. As you see here, this is TASIM project, and this is backup of this line, and this is a project through Russia, and this is project through Egypt. And TASIM is a shortcut way between two continents. Next slide, please. And in this slide, you see the interconnection between the Kinderli Republic of Kazakhstan to Siazen Azerbaijani Republic. World Economic Forum compiled new platform to draw scenarios for the future of South Caucasus and Central Asia. And I have been involved in these discussions, and let me just introduce and draw some lessons, conclusions from these discussions. There will be three ways for the development of the world that will impact on Central Asia and South Caucasus. First of all, split up. The second scenario, Southern Gateway, and the last one, climate pressure. In 2035, the global economy is dominated by trading partners focused on Atlantic, Indian, and Pacific Oceans. And rivalry competition among these trading blocs will impact on exchange of goods and services. Despite the negative externalities that fragmented world might bring to our region, Central Asia and South Caucasus strategic location on the crossroads of main trends in our region will support our region to use its cross-sectional advantage. The second scenario is the Southern Gateway. The global economy of 2035 will be knowledge-based, digital, and dominated by newly advancing countries. South-South trade will be more important, especially in the field of trade, of services, and the Islamic Republic of Iran will be more open, which enforce overland interaction between the eastern and western parts of Caspian Sea. This region, the region of South Caucasus and Central Asia, while this region has legitimately been focused on its Russian, European, and Chinese economic partners, but it shouldn't underestimate the opportunity of new, let's say, economic partners that might emerge and allow to the region to use its crossroads potential. And the growing share of services in the global economy, particularly those knowledge-based and digital, will create new opportunity if adequately capitalized on to boost ICT industry in this very region. And the last scenario is climate pressure. By 2035, the bubbling effects of climate change in the global economy to cause havoc in the global economy, and the consequences of these disruptions include rising demand for environmentally responsible growth. Also, our countries in Central Asia and South Caucasus is considered the leaders in the field of energy. We should shift our priorities from energy to green economy, and this is a way for the development of and integration of our region to world economy. By the way, Kazakhstan and Azerbaijan has initiative to build a new, let's say, green belt over the Eurasian geography. Thank you very much.